All right, folks, now we got part two from our problem walkthroughs. So now we're going to create an income statement. So the first thing you need to remember about that is what's on an income statement. Okay, so income statement, and they want you to determine the missing values. Remember, it's revenue minus expenses equals net income. Okay, all right, so, resume slideshow. Okay, anyway, so this is all about a movie theater. And so it's gave us some income statement information for June 30th, 2019. Okay, so they have a revenue here, expense, and then net income. So they want you to calculate the net income, right? Solve for the missing amount and prepare an income statement, right? And they want to know what's the main source of revenue and the two biggest expenses. Well, first thing is we got to put all the revenues together and then all the expenses, right? So again, that's why you want to print this out. So notice, here's Cinemark Holdings, name of the company, name of the statement, again, for the quarter of the year, June 30th, 2019. Again, for a period, it's in thousands. So the first thing is, we're going to take a look. We had admissions revenues and concession revenues. So let's see, we have two revenues there. I thought I saw three. Concession expense. Okay, so we had two revenues. Okay, so there's the total of your revenues, the two revenues together. Then all you do is you list all these expenses. Anything with an expense. Total the expenses. Well, you total those up. You get 765. So now you got 866 minus 765. You get 101,000. So it's 101,000 thousands. Okay? All right, so basically $101 million, right? And then they asked what were the biggest revenue? The biggest revenue was from admissions, right? So in other words, not from concession, but the tickets, basically for the tickets. That's what they're getting at. Okay. And what are the highest expenses? The two highest expenses are the film rental, the cost to get the film, and office expense. So again, if you stop and take a look at this, let's say you're running these movie theaters, you might say, wow, we make more money off of tickets than we do in concessions. I haven't been to the movies in a while, but I know popcorn and stuff like that is really expensive. But anyway, you might say, you know what? Let's say this is what you actually did, but that your competitor makes 50% here and 50% here, right? So you might say, you know what? We need to do a better job here. Do you know what I mean? Again, this is how you use this information to help understand and run a business. Okay? All right, we got one more to do. Now it says they want us to calculate some things based upon, so we got an income statement, right? Revenue minus expenses equal net income, and the balance sheet. Assets equal liability plus stockholders' equity. So it says identify the numerical relations using the balance sheet and income statement equations, then compute the missing amount. Okay? So like here, independent case here, it says total revenues is 110. Expenses are 82. Well, 110 minus 82, 110 minus 82 give you 28,000. Total assets equal total liabilities and stockholders' equity. Again, here, this equal sign, that's it right here. Equal plus. See, all I want you to do is calculate these. Now here, this one has net income of 12, expenses of 80. That's got to be 92, right? Okay. Then here, they gave you 70 and 112. 112 minus 70, this has to be 40. You see, it's not that hard. Now here, we're going to have a loss. We got revenues of 80, expenses of 86. We're going to have a loss there. And here, we had assets of 104, liabilities of 26. That means stockholders' equity has to be 78. Here, we have to do the expenses. Well, net income was 20. We did revenue. That means expenses had to be 30. And then here, this is 77 and 22. That's 99. So this has to be 99 because this is equal right here, right? This plus this. And then here, this plus this has to be what? 101, right? And 75 and 81, another $6,000 loss. Okay, so just solve for x. All right, pretty easy to do. All right, folks, that's it for Chapter 1. Please make sure you watch these videos. Please make sure you take notes. And I hope you made sure to answer all those questions for your quiz. We'll be back with another chapter in just a little bit.